Hey my tie-dyes, it's me and Tyler and I'm back with another video. Happy Halloween. Today is Halloween and this video might be so janky because it's not pre-recorded. It's gonna be posted today and so I don't really have time to edit it like that or anything. But I did want to do something scary for y'all. Or that something like I wanted to tell like a scary experience, a spooky experience or whatever, since it's Halloween today. But I did want to say this. I said that I was not going to do any more like videos about me being in the military on my channel because I did one video about me being in the military on my channel and people were just so mean to me and I was just like, oh my god, like I'm not doing no more videos about the military because people are so like cruel when they don't think that you fit the standard of a soldier or whatever. But at the same time, I thought about it, and it's so many of my life experiences that come from the military. It's so many things that I did and so many little stories that I have from being in the military. And I can't let people, whatever people gonna say, stop me. Like, that's what deterred me from the military in general. Like, people thinking a certain way about me and trying to bully me professionally or try to say because I play a lot or because I'm too happy or because I have kind of, like a black girl demeanor, like that makes me less of a soldier or something like that. When really, in actuality, I was one of the hardest working soldiers in my platoon, in my company, just one of the very hardest working soldiers that if there's anything that you needed, you could call on me and I will get it done as quickly as I can. And anybody could tell you that. It's some of my battle buddies that actually watch my YouTube channel. They could tell you that it's nothing for me to be embarrassed of. I was in the military. I act the way I act. If you don't like that, then I don't give a finna. I don't give a finna. Okay? But anyway. So, this story is about how I was surrounded by 50 Afghanis and I was scared Okay, so if y'all don't know, I was in the National Guard. I'm not in the National Guard anymore. But while I was in the National Guard, I got deployed to Afghanistan. And my job, I was a truck driver. And I actually did my real job. I drove trucks when I was deployed. But on this particular convoy, we went out on mission. I don't even know why me and my TC had to go out on mission. The TC is like the sergeant that drive with you, and mine was Sergeant Frazier, my favorite person in the whole wide freaking world. I love Sergeant Frazier. He was like the oldest person in our company, but like the coolest at that. Like, I love Sergeant Frazier. I'm so glad I was blessed to be his driver. But anyway, so they sent me and Sergeant Frazier on a convoy with another team. Like, so people who went out on convoys, they was like separated into platoons or whatever. So one platoon will go out and then whatever, and then we'll go out. But they sent a few of us from my platoon on the convoy with somebody else. Me and Sergeant Frazier wasn't supposed to go. We literally didn't even drive our truck. Because I typically drove a load truck. And the load trucks are like in between the gun trucks, the MRAPs. We ride in between the MRAPs since we don't have a gun on top of our truck. They kind of protect us. So I drove a load truck. But this particular convoy, they had me and Sergeant Frazier in the last truck. So we were just packs in the vehicle. We wasn't driving. We wasn't doing nothing. We was just sitting in the back of their MRAP with them at the end. Because if they needed somebody or needed help or anything, to do anything, we was there to help. But it was really just, I don't know why they told us that we had to go with them. But anyway, we was there. Shit, privates. There we were. In the truck, in the back of the truck, in the back of the MRAP with Lee, Russell, Science Thompson, and I can't remember who else was in that truck with us, but I know it was me, Lee, Russell, Science Thompson, and sorry, Frazier. And Lee, Russell, I know Sorry Thompson probably would never see this, but Lee, Russell, or Sorry Frazier, if y'all ever see this and I get any part of the story wrong, or if y'all want to add something to the story, please comment below because they was there with me. Okay. So for some, we drive, man. We in the middle of the Y, and the Y is a dangerous place that we used to have to drive through. And every time before we got on the convoy, we used to have like the little briefing about our mission, and they'll be talking about we about to go through the Y. It's scary and da da da. It's like the most dangerous part. So we in the Y, and lo and behold, oh shit, privates. Lee runs out of gas. She the driver for the M route that we riding in. So we have to stop because Lee need to put some gas in her truck. I remember when we stopped and Russell was pouring Gatorade out the side of the M route, and Lee thought it was pee, and she was so mad. She was like really about to fight him, but it wasn't pee. He was just like messing with her. He was just pouring Gatorade. He was like, that better not be motherfucking pee, Russell. Okay, so we stopped. And again, let me remind you, we at the tail end of the convoy. We the last truck. So behind us, it's like a big ass charter bus. For some reason in Afghanistan, they had a lot of charter buses. I don't know where them folk be going, but they be rolling, baby, in them charter buses. And it don't be no women, it just be men in them charter buses that may be like younger boys. They be in them buses. But one of those buses was behind us. So when we stopped, me and Sergeant Frazier get out and stand at the back of the M route to protect Lee, right? Because she pumping her gas or whatever. So we standing out there, and lo and behold, it's like maybe I would say 50 to 75 Afghani men and young boys on that charter bus. They all get off the bus. All of them. They all get off the bus, including the driver. Everybody gets off the bus. First they go out into the field. They use the bathroom. A lot of them use the bathroom, but they had to use the bathroom. They stretched their legs out. Apparently they was traveling, baby. So after they get done stretching their legs and going to use the bathroom, they come surround themselves by my timid ass. By me and Sergeant Frazier. Sergeant Frazier was so cool. That's probably because he's so old. He just cool and mature. But anyway, so they come surround us, and they not supposed to be like within a certain feet of me. So I'm trying to tell them to back up because they not supposed to be in a certain feet of me. They bus was, far enough away for me not to have to like try to get them to back they bus up or nothing like that. And that just would have been crazy because it was other traffic behind them too. But I was just trying to get them not to be so close to us. And honestly, it was so many of them. Like, if they did anything to us, I mean, I probably would have shot a few of them, but me and Sergeant Frazier would have been dead if they wanted to do anything to us, or if they had like an IED or any type of weapon. Actually, me, Sergeant Frazier, and Lee. And then Russell, he would have hurt plenty of them because he had a 50 cal. So it just would have been a bloodbath if anything was to happen. But anyway, they were so close, and it was so many of them that it really made me afraid. Like, I was so freaking scared. Like, the men, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like, I'm not even gonna try to sit here and act like, it was something to be afraid of. Like, it was, because of course it's guerrilla warfare, so like, you don't know who is who and who is the enemy. They ain't got on no uniform if they really don't like you or whatever, so you don't know who the enemy is. But at the same time, like, their energy was not like threatening, but I was just scared. It was like, it was still new. I know it was still early on in my deployment, so I may have been on 4 convoys then. 3 of them I drove, and this one I was in the back in the very end truck, in a gun truck that I never been in. So I was just, oh, I was scared shitless, you guys. Okay. So the man, like I think he may have been the driver, but I'm not sure. He wanted, it was like I couldn't understand him. First of all, he was speaking Afghani or whatever language they speak, but he was like, blah, 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 and then he was trying to walk closer to me. Now that hindsight is 2020, I know that this man was literally probably just trying to ask me, how long are we gonna be there? You know, why are we stopped? He was probably just trying to they were just trying to get to where they were going. Because after I was like, back up, stop, back up. Like, I was just being so extra with these people. And I feel so bad about it now that I think about it, because that's what police in America do to black people. Like, they be so scared that they might just freaking kill you because they so scared they ain't never had to deal with no black person. They feel like we just go, like, which is, I'm not going to give myself, I'm not going to say I'm like the police or anything, because it's totally different. I'm in another country and we at war with this country basically. But at the same time, most Afghanis are not dangerous. Most Afghanis want you to be there. They are glad that you're there helping protect them from the Taliban. So you can't just be mean to all of them. But I was just so scared because it was like, I'm telling you, it was like 50 to 75 of them standing around me. I was so freaking scared. So I was like, back up. No, stop. Back up. I didn't point my weapon because in the military, or I don't know, but in the army, if you point your weapon, you about to shoot it. You about to put your select level from safe to semi and put around in somebody's ass if you pointed at them. So I didn't point it, but I was just like, you know, move. Stay back there. You know, I was just kind of like real stern with them. So they was like, whoa. Like, every time they try to ask me something, I'm like, back up! Back up! And so they like, okay, we just ain't gonna ask her shit else. So they stood back and they waited for us to finish and they just left. But I just feel so, and we left after everybody got done fueling their trucks up or whatever. But I always think about that story because I can still feel the fear. Because if any of them had decided to do something, or if one of them had an IED or something like that, like, I would have been dead. So I was just so scared, and I did not want them to be close to me. Like, I was so scared. But now that I look back on them men, really, they just wanted to get where they was going. They wanted to know what was happening. Like, if I was using my mind correctly, and I could go back and change certain things, because I'm just thinking about what police could do to feel more comfortable around black folks. Because I'm like, I'm never going back to Afghanistan again, but just to help others. Maybe you need to think of a plan if you get scared or something like that. But me, I'm like, what I could have done is I could have radioed up or told Lee to radio up because she was the driver, or Sergeant Thompson. One of them, I could have told somebody to radio up and get the interpreter back there to explain to them, like, why we was stopping and what's going on, and answer all the questions that they had, instead of just like, back up, like, yelling at them or whatever. I could have just got the interpreter to just, you know, calm them down, which they wasn't really rowdy or anything, but just to be more informative and let them know, because we always have at least one interpreter on the convoy with us. So I could have called him to come back there and just talk to them for me instead of just screaming off their head off. And any of you Afghani men, if y'all ever see this, I'm so sorry, y'all. I was just scared, Haley. I do not think all of y'all is bad people. I was just so scared. And guys, if you like this story time, child, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I post. And I'll see y'all later.